EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Ravens, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season. And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That good for 19 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again. Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. Now a first down carry for Harris. They juked him. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. They'll run again with Harris. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Patriots at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Jones throwing complete for Harris. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion. Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them. Throwing, Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it. Garabay's kick is good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed. And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts. Fields it right around the goal line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing is Jackson. And that went too far in front. He could. and it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
A great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a quarterback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed, right?
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Jackson. And Cooks has it over the middle. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. These two teams all tied after 1. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd and a couple, Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. On the counter, it's Stevenson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Flush to his right. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. Touchdown! Devontae Parker. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dietrich Wise. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone, following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Jones on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the 1st half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On the toss, Drake going left. To the 43, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He'll buy some time right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They go play action with Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's going to look downfield for Henry, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Pulled in at the 24. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are back within a score. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. Stevenson gets it again on second down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Jones now on third down. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On the draw is Stevenson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 45 on second down, Jones has set up the screen for Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. To the right side, this is Stevenson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll get this up awfully close to a first down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Throwing, Jones. He's got his man, Thornton. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. Here's Stevenson. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Play action. Now Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On the counter, it's Stevenson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 135 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stevenson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be stopped after a very short gain, and now you're looking at 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Pats, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-2, and they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.